Evening, everybody. This is DrHack, and we are going to do something a little bit fun today. It's midweek, Wednesday, and I think we'll get back to coaching on Friday. Keep going with the openings and starting to complete the game of chess. I have high hopes for our channel, guys, that we can complete the whole game of chess within just a few years. We'll see how it goes. But for now, let's have some fun, because chess is fun. That's why we're here. So this is Guess the ELO. This is from guesstheelo.net. And I think this is a nice website for this. They've done a good job. I don't know where the games are being pulled from, so sometimes when you get into the lower rated range, since there's such a discrepancy on the internet amongst what players do at certain levels, anything below 1,000 is hard to get. But the other things are all pretty similar, so it's kind of nice. So let's see how this goes. It's a 3-minute game. It is a long one. 37 moves. And they both have time left on the clock at the end, so this is not a time pressure type situation. Let's see how they did. And whenever players start doing some like weirder stuff, like hanging a rook. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So he's down a rook, but the files are closed. I wonder if he knows that he's doing okay. I bet he does. Worried about this, though. Yeah, he was too, obviously. So the black player must be winning here. Must be. How could he not be? And he's opening a file. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one, because it is such a short game. Ooh. Okay, that was cool. That was really cool, guys. Yeah, it's hard to describe how cool that tactic was. Okay, wait, what happened? He said, hey, if I had a knight here, it would win the game, because he'd have to sack his queen for it. And so he's thinking about, how do I get my knight from where it is to here? And all of a sudden, black just gives him that opportunity, because he gets rid of the piece that was defending the pawn on its way to that square. And white takes the opportunity by the horns, and he says, even though I'm down, I'm trading this material off because I see that I can do some cool stuff. That is so cool. Okay, well, I was going to say that this was a lower rated game. Now I'm not so sure. I think this might be even, like very high level. Wait. Black didn't have to lose that pawn, did he? No, he didn't have to lose that pawn. Why couldn't he just, Is there something going on here? Okay, wait, maybe. If the queen gets to the back row, this wins the game. And so he needs to control that square and also save his pawn. These guys are really good. I'm just telling you right now, this is absolutely like GM level stuff right here. And he just resigned, because now the queen with a passed pawn beats another queen every time. And they know the end game. Wow. Okay, so 3-minute game, extremely high rated players. But he hung a rook. Let's see that again. See the hang of the rook again. Where was that? How long did it take him to do this? This A3 move. Knight to B4. 229, A3, 227. It took him 2 seconds to hang his rook. So the question you have to ask, right, is, was that a mistake from lack of ability, or was that a mistake from just carelessness? And I think that was a mistake from carelessness. I'm almost certain, because of seeing how the game ended. So I would say that this player playing white is very high rated. They're in a series of games and they're both tired, and he just hangs an exchange. But then he plays on and he absolutely crushes him with some tactics later. Maybe he's higher rated than his opponent, which is why he played on. I'm going to give him a 2400. Nah, I'm going to give him a 2300. 2350. Oh, wait. I went to next, not enter. Hang on, we got to enter and see what it is. Oh, not bad. 2330. Cool. Good start, right? It's got to be good, close to the perfect amount, or 3000. Okay, so we're in a 1 minute game. 40 moves long. And it looks like a King's Indian. Like full King's Indian, you know, mainline. That move is that newer? I'm not sure. I remember playing, you know, knight f3, bishop e2 stuff. And I also remember, you know, like the Samish, like, you know, f4. And f3 as well as a move. Oh, the 4 pawns and the Samish. Yeah, that Samish is f3. Okay, so got to remind myself of these things. I haven't studied this stuff in forever. Okay. And you know, he's trying to keep black's pieces on his own half of the board. I wonder if he's even going to put that pawn there and then bring the knight in, you know? It could definitely be a thing. He's going for the kingside attack without developing his stuff. Okay. I'm not so convinced about this one, guys. And he could have done the in-between move here. And he could have also captured... Oh, no, he can't capture with the knight because of this. I see what's going on there. These guys might be better than me, too. The last guys were definitely better than me. Let's see how these guys do. I mean, he's taking a lot of risks. I guess, how long was the game? A 1 minute game. That's why he's taking the risks. Oh, and you know what? This game looks a lot like a standard game, and it's a bullet game. That's another big clue. These are very high-rated players that can pull this kind of thing off. That knight is trapped. Is he going to play g4? He's not. Let me think here. You go there. He goes here. You move your rook over. That guy's stuck, right? Am I wrong? I think that was a winning a piece if you play g4 here. But his king's going to be in the middle forever then if he does that, so maybe he's right to not do that. But is this better, really? My move was better. Okay. His king is way exposed. If the pawns ever break through, black's winning. But until that happens, white's winning. Because he's got maneuverability advantage in space. It's a nice move from black. That's not a nice move from black. There, he's going back and you know, his opponent's going back and forth from being brilliant to being like a 500 rated player. Not really, you know what I mean. Wow, why didn't his king move to f2 there? I feel like this bishop could take this pawn right now because this is pinned, and white didn't do anything about it. Right? He could just take it right there. Could he not? It's really complicated, I guess, and it's a 1 minute game. So you go takes, rook f1, or rook d1, rook takes, and then the queen trades, trade, rook trades, we get a knight. It would be 2 extra pawns for black. I think that's how that works. It's hard to see. And then he gets his queen and king forked. Less than optimal for black. Less than optimal. Okay, so we can't learn anything else from this game. Fine. So how do we tell how good they are? How good is this white player? I would say his opening was great. How much time did the guys have on the game? They had plenty. Opening was great. Middle game was, okay. He got an advantage and kept pushing that advantage. Now I think he could have done a little better on this, but that's okay. Yeah, I want to say that, it's bullet, and he played really well for bullet. Not finding G4 is okay in bullet. You would find that in a long game. Okay. Right, so what am I guessing here? I think I'm giving him like a 2200. He played quite well, and this is bullet. Now, do you lower the rating, or do you raise the rating because it's a 1 minute game? And I think when you get to this level, like this elite level, I think if I'm going to guess 2200, then I'm actually going to guess 2400 in bullet, because their ratings tend to fluctuate pretty heavily depending on whether they're very quick or whether they're not. And this guy seems to me like he is very quick. Because he's still got 23 seconds left, huh? At the end of the game. Very, very quick. Okay. Yeah, 2350. Not bad. All right, next game. 1 minute again. Man. All right. Another King's Indian type thing, but Queen's Indian now. So far, nothing inspiring. But nothing bad either. That's weird. I wouldn't have thought to do that. I will admit. It's a great place for a knight. Why is he doing it this way? Why isn't he focusing on the weakness and going to win it? You know what I mean? It's hard because the way that Black played this was so bizarre that you can expect them to be any rating at all to do this kind of thing in a bullet game. Whoa. Let's not give up 2 pieces for the knight and the bishop now. That's a good move. Can we admit that, just admit that Black played really weird moves? And he kind of deserved what he got here? How was he going to finish this off? Pretty well. Yeah, done. That was a good game by White. Okay. Wow, another high-level elite game. Can't believe it. Black castle's the wrong way, and then he just starts doing weird stuff to try to get himself out of this danger. He sees the rook coming over, and he says, nope, I'm out of here. He nopes out. Oh, it's hard to tell because Black played so poorly. Maybe... because he did have some pretty cool tactics at the end. He didn't miss anything there, right? There was a hanging queen, he got it. There was a hanging piece, he got it. The pin to the rook, he got it. Yeah, we're gonna go at least 2200 again. And it's bullet, and so it's hard to tell. But this one's really hard to tell because his opponent didn't give us anything to go by. It's kind of like in GeoGuessr, you get this country, and it just looks like every other country. I think we'll just stick with 2200 because I can't do any better. Yeah, it's less than that, 1900. Okay, hopefully we got full points on that. I don't know where the full point mark cuts off. 1 minute game again. Okay, here we go. Let's go fast. Another King's Indian. This is popular stuff at 1 minute in 1 minute chess. It's a good move. He's making sure the bishop can't hold that diagonal. And if the bishop can't hold that diagonal, that means he can't castle queenside, which he probably wants to, even though his king would be safer here. But you'd much rather use this to attack, right, in a bullet game. Yeah, that was nice. Nice little combo of moves. So he made him castle to the king side. Pretty cool. Okay. He's going to switch his attack. He's going to the king side. Even though pawns are symmetrical, It's about piece play. If he could get a rook to h1, he might win. But can he? Can he get a rook to h1? Is he even going to try? Probably not. Ooh, bishop against the knight. Who's better? We got another very even kind of game. Now, who plays this endgame better is going to tell me who's the better player. Or who's the higher rated. Ooh, can't say that I love that little series of events there. Because how does he ever... If he can't take the knight anymore because he's got the worst endgame. Wow. He's going all out on this. They both are. Well, when you have a bishop and you can play on both sides of the board, the bishop's stronger. Just is. So white outplayed black in this endgame by a lot. He did win, right? Let's just make sure. Yeah, totally won. He outplayed black by a lot. And so I would say he's got the edge on him a couple hundred rating points. How bad that went. But this is a 1 minute game, and so calculating out how the knight works in a 1 minute game does take a lot more effort. So now I believe in the idea that he's had here, but I don't believe in the method. I think this knight probably shouldn't have left its post here. Should have found a different way through. Maybe what he could do is maybe he could play this pawn down to here and then trade these two off and then make a passed pawn so this king has to come back and he can't go after his stuff. And that would probably fix it. Hard to say, though. Hard to say if black can win this, but I think this pawn move made white a little bit worse. So I'm torn on this one. That was a really good endgame, though. We're going to give him another elite level score. It's going to be 2,300. Just because there was nothing wrong with the game leading up to this. And once they got there, right, they played a pretty decent endgame. So they're very good players. And this stuff right here, this was masterful, right? So we're going to go ahead and give that score there. 2,400. Yep. Is that it? Are we done? No, one more. Okay. Trompowski. In the Trompowski, one of the things I like to do most is I like to put all my pawns on black squares and just play against that guy. But in this case, he's got the pawn f5 and he's got this bishop doing stuff over here, so maybe he's right to not do that. I know this is a very common and like normal move in the Trompowski as well, to use the c-pawn. So he's putting all his pawns on the wrong color for a trump. I think. I mean, I say that, and that pawn is looking really dangerous. But is it worth anything, you know? Or did he just lose a knight? He just lost a knight. He saved the knight. Okay, he's fine. He's fine, guys. I jumped the gun on that. He's fine. Yeah, but he did not play this right for the Trompowski. So he doesn't know his ideas, or maybe he's trying something weird because it's a 1 minute game, which is pretty normal to do. He's getting owned, though. Yeah, he lost this pretty clearly. These two pawns beat a rook, and so he gave up the rook, and then he just didn't take it back because he saw another way to win. This is really funny, and he just won the game anyway. White won on time. Wow, pulled it out. What a champ. Black has him crushed, though. All right, so again, you know, it's a good game. This is a standard idea, so I'm guessing he knows his standard ideas, but he didn't impress me on the other stuff. So let's go again. Another elite level game. I mean, this is probably a little bit lower though. I'm gonna go 2,000 because of this stuff here. He just gets behind and starts losing all of his pawns. He threw that pawn up. It became a pawn that was too far advanced and weak, and then he lost it. So he didn't have an idea in mind when he did it. Or if he did, he didn't calculate it through or try, you know. Would have been a really neat idea to play queen here. Because if you look at what's happening there, it's kind of nice, right? You would have to play the knight back, and then maybe we can get a rook over and defend the pawn. So he had ways. How much time did he have? 23? And that took him 1 second. Yeah, he's bulleting. We're going to get him higher than 2,000, though. We're going to go 21. Yeah, this guy's at 2,600. Oh, he's trying stuff, but he's failing. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. I think I messed up my perfect score on that last game. This is... We are... Who are we? DrHack? And I'm going to see if I can't shrink this screen for you to see the leaderboard. Bear with me here while I do this, because I know it's going to come up too big. Let me see if I can't get this thing down to size. There we go. Guess the ELO scoreboard. And we want to know who has the top score. The Coconut Kid. DrHack. October 4th. That's today. 12:31. That's the time. We got a 1,400 score. That last game wrecked me. Oh, man. I was going to get number 1. Oh, well. Good game. Oh, somebody else put GG. Good game. Good stuff. All right. Well, you guys have a good one. Take care now. Bye.